And I'm sure a lot of folks were disappointed that boat parade was, in fact, canceled for today. But obviously for good reason. We've been dealing with those storms all day long, still dealing with some heavy showers and storms moving on in right now. The good news is I am seeing some weakening up along this front here. This is the cold front that we've been watching all day for the potential for any severe storms, but really not seeing that. But we are seeing the heavy rain pushing on portions of Venice, right up along I-75, down into the Englewood, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda area, even down towards Rotunda, seeing that heavy rain right now. Down into the Cape, we are seeing, again, those showers, again, some of the heavy stuff right up along Pine Island Road, out towards Captiva, Blind Pass, Sanibel. A little quieter the further south you get into Lee County and then down into Collier County. Just some isolated showers right now, but really still watching offshore to see if see any potential rotation coming on here. Again, good news is not seeing it right now. Still seeing a few thunderstorms, though, still out there, which is why we still got to keep an eye on things. But what we are seeing, though, is a lot of dry air starting to work its way in on the back side of things here. And that's kind of, I think, really kind of dying off of that line of storms that we were seeing earlier, again, as it pushed towards the peninsula, but still a very potent system out there. And again, that's that dry air that we are seeing, all that rust color you're seeing kind of entraining into that storm system. So again, kind of weakening things. So fingers crossed, that's what we continue to see the rest of the night. And that's what our models are actually showing for us. Take a look at Futurecast here. Here's 10 o'clock. Still watching those showers, storms, a lot of the heavy stuff offshore. And then that continues to move on shore as we get in towards the overnight hours. But the models are indicating we could maybe see another line here by midnight, and then that moving ashore as well. But that weakening as well. There's 3 a.m. So just some kind of spot showers by that point. And then you get into the early morning hours. A lot of this is done. So any threat for anything will be pretty much done by 3 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll actually look at more partly cloudy skies by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. And then by the afternoon, the sun comes out and actually turned out to be a pretty nice day. So still have that slight risk from the Severe Prediction Center. That's a 2 out of 5 risk. Again, still watching the threat for any severe weather tonight, but I think that threat is still going down. Also, wind-wise, we've been tracking 30, 40 mile an hour gusts out there throughout the day. That's something that we're going to continue to see here tonight into tomorrow. Rain is kind of starting to wind down, but we did end up in that range of 1 to 3, and then that possible tornado threat. Still tomorrow, though, with those onshore winds, I am watching the threat for maybe 1 to 2 feet of coastal flooding, and we'll talk about that in a little more detail in a second. But do have a wind advisory until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's really because we are going to see the strongest winds up near the coast, and then those winds moving onshore as we get in towards tomorrow morning near high tide. And that's where I do expect that coastal flooding to come into play here. So looking at maybe up towards maybe the parking lots, some low-lying spots up near the beaches, could see some water on that, as well as if you do have a dock, you could see that water rise up to your dock. But not expecting any widespread surge or anything like that, but something to keep in mind of is we are expecting that high tide tomorrow morning. But we do expect winds to kind of be with us throughout the day tomorrow, gusting up to about 30 miles an hour into the afternoon hours, and then slowly calming down into the overnight into Monday. Also, additional rainfall here tonight, anywhere from 1/4 to maybe a 1/2 inch, some isolated spots, maybe upwards of 1 inch. As for your 7-day forecast, though, this all moves out. Cooler temperatures move in, looking at 60s, mid-60s. That is Tuesday, 64 degrees, getting down into the upper 40s at night, and then slowly warming back up into the mid-70s as we roll into the weekend.